SportsCenter.
I'm Chris Berman. Let's get straight to the action. In our first game this week, we had the Raiders stroll away with a 14-point win. Chad Johnson stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Thomas Jones pulled down 100-plus receiving yards and helped his Bears beat the Buccaneers. In the Big Apple, New York, we had the Giants end up on the right side of an 11-point game. Up in the HHH Metrodome, we had the Vikings get nipped by 3 points. The Chiefs booted in 3 field goals in their victory at Arrowhead Stadium. We had a big injury in this one, and Trey has the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris, thanks. In front of you, we've got the AFC Infirmary Report. And as you can see, they were hit hard this week. Rodney Harrison will be on the sidelines for a while, so this defense will need to do some reshuffling in his absence. Broken ribs severely hampering his mobility. They'll keep him out for 6 weeks. In front of you, we've got the NFC list. And as you can see, they could form their own MASH unit. Mike McKenzie sticks out on this list as one of the more costly injuries. Unfortunately, it's a torn ACL, and that'll keep him out for the rest of the regular season. Now we'll move on to our top story of the day. Keith Brooking is going to be watching from the sidelines for a while, as his injury will deal a major blow to this team. So that'll do it for now. Boomer, back to you.
Chargers, Panthers. LaDainian Tomlinson get up ahead of steam, and then it was clear sailing from there. The Chargers go on to win this by the final score of 35-0. In a long-standing AFC rivalry, we had the Colts win their 5th game of the season. The Patriots won at home, but will take to the road next week to meet the Steelers. Terrell Owens stepped it up this week and gave his team some added firepower for the win. Corin Robinson hauled in over 150 yards receiving and helped his Seahawks beat the Cardinals. On the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field in Green Bay, we had the Packers stroll away with a 14-point win. Rams, Dolphins. A.J. Touchy-Feely is lined up a step or two outside the line of scrimmage at the 8. And, oh man, he pulls it off his shoe top. 6. The Dolphins win this one by the final score of 24-17. We had an interesting free agency pickup of note here. Trey's got the lowdown for us. Trey?
All right, Chris. Let's switch gears and talk about players that'll have new homes in the National Football League, as free agency continues to play such a huge role in determining a team's makeup. This guy will have a new place to call home as he accepts a new contract, 4 years, $2.5 million.
And last but not least, we had the Bills come away victorious. So another week in the books here on ESPN, but what do you say we hand out a few game balls before we go? Here's my primetime players. That'll do it, sports fans. I'm Chris Berman, and thanks so much for joining us here in the Bristol studios. We'll see you next week right here on ESPN, the worldwide leader in sports.